Hey guys, it's Chef Jason, and thanks for joining us today. We're talking beef with our friends from the Colorado Beef Council. Today we're going to show you our 5 tips to get an amazing steakhouse quality steak on any of your grills in your backyard. So thanks for joining us. It's time for us to fire up the grills and walk through the 5 steps to get a steakhouse quality steak. Step number 1 in the process is picking your cut and picking your grade. You can see we've got 2 different cuts here. We have that beautiful ribeye that we love, right? Gives us great marbling, great flavor. Then we have that New York strip that's going to be a little bit leaner, right? One of the more than 33 lean cuts of beef. This delivers an amazing beef flavor as well. Now, we went with choice as our grade today because we wanted to enjoy that choice marbling, right? We wanted it to be moderate and have juicy, delicious flavor. So that's pretty much it. First, you have to pick your cut and then pick your grade, determining really what you're going to get for an end result. And I always like to think, who am I feeding and what does my audience like as well? Next up, we're going to show you the prep. That is step number 2. Step number 2 is all about the prep, right? The first thing we need to do is get some seasoning on these steaks. So I'm gonna go with a little bit of salt and pepper today, right? Because I wanna keep it easy. Now, what I'll do is go ahead and just press that down a little bit, making sure that salt sticks. Then we're gonna flip these guys over because now we're gonna go ahead and salt that second side as well. I'm gonna go ahead and let these guys sit for maybe about 10 minutes or so, just so that muscle can soften up a little bit. That salt has a chance to do its thing. Next up, we're gonna show you how to get over to the grill and get the grill started. The second part of step number 2, it's time to get the grill fired up. So we cleaned our grill grates. We're now gonna turn our grill on and ignite. The goal for our grill is we're gonna do a little hot and fast cooking today. So we're gonna preheat our grill, get it up to that 550, 600 degree temperature to really get that beautiful Maillard reaction or that amazing sear on our steaks. We're right about at 550 degrees. Let's go ahead, get that grill open. Now it is time to put the steaks on there. So we're gonna add them on to the hottest part of that grill. Listen to that sizzle, right? That is exactly what we're looking for. We'll load that on as well. If you notice, we haven't added any pepper yet. We're gonna go ahead and do that now. I like the pepper to go on right when the steaks hit the grill. So we'll hit them with just a little bit of pepper, finishing off that seasoning. Now, looking ain't cooking, time to shut the lid. Well, part of our cooking process is knowing all about the temperature, right? So we've got the thermometer on the grill that's gonna tell us the ambient temperature of the grill, and we're gonna use a great instant read digital thermometer. That's gonna help us really get in there and check the temperature of the steaks, ensuring that our doneness is right, and that's part of that cooking process as well. One of the questions I get asked a lot is, Chef, how do I know when it's time to flip my steak, or how do I know when it's time to turn it or rotate it? Well, listen, we're gonna go hot and fast today on our cook. So what I'm gonna do is, look at this. Let's pull this guy back. We have the start of a very beautiful sear. I'll let it go for a couple minutes and rotate that steak very carefully because I don't wanna pull the steak apart and ruin that sear. But I like to get that, you know, that beautiful restaurant look. So basically we'll start it for about 2 or 3 minutes and then rotate it for about 2 or 3 minutes. Now, I'm gonna let these guys go for about a total of 7 minutes on this side before we flip them and finish them off on the other side. Then we'll talk about doneness and final cooking temp. Okay, it's time to flip the steak. So what I'm gonna do carefully now, I like to just grab that steak carefully and flip that over. Look at that beautiful sear. We went 7 minutes on the first side. Now we're gonna flip it to the second side. We'll add our pepper, and now we're gonna let it go until we hit our desired doneness. Time for a quick temperature check. So what I'm gonna do is take my instant read digital. I'm gonna go right in through the side of the steak into the center to see where I'm at. Looks like we are at about 97 degrees. So I'm gonna let these guys go for just a little bit because the goal I'm looking for from a doneness standpoint, I'm gonna pull these at 125 degrees so that we have a chance to talk about the rest, the carryover, and the final quality control. All right, there you have it. Steaks are done. Now listen, carefully, because we built a beautiful crust, I carefully like to grab those steaks off and get them over to the cutting board. I don't like to reach in there and pull and tug at the steaks because then we're gonna ruin that beautiful, beautiful crust that we all love so much. We are talking doneness now, and look at that. We pulled these off at 125 degrees internal temperature. Now it's time to rest, because resting is what helps redistribute those juices and ensures that our first bite, second bite, and last bite are very juicy, tender, and amazingly delicious. Here we are now after about 5 minutes of resting, and I don't like to rest for so long that the meat becomes cold. I like to just rest it, get it into its optimal stage, and then let's cut into this, because I want to show you that beautiful, beautiful doneness. And there we have it. Look at that. Absolutely perfect. We went hot and fast today on the grill, and we let it rest. We have a juicy, tender piece of steak. Now it is time to dig in and do a little quality control, right? When you talk about that finished product, don't forget the resting part of the cooking process is also designed to slow down that carryover cooking, right? I don't cook my steaks to medium rare, pull them off, and eat them right away. I actually will take them a little bit under, allowing that carryover cooking to finish the steaks off right where I wanted them. We got a beautiful end result today. The steaks came out fantastic. And if you're looking to download today's beef tips, we're gonna have those set and ready for you to go. You can head over to cobeef.com and download our 5 tips for amazing steakhouse quality steak at your house. So let's get in here and do a little quality control, we call it. And I'll tell you, yeah, this came out great. I'm super happy with the results, and we have a beautiful, juicy, delicious steak. The best part, salt, pepper, grill, thermometer, it all worked together to produce an amazing steak. I'm Chef Jason Morris for the Colorado Beef Council. Thanks for cooking with us. Cheers.